I think I have a pretty in and into out swing. So
Okay.
my misses are usually like an overdraw.
Yep.
Block.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
This season I've been shooting mostly low 80s, sometimes breaking 80.
Okay. Cool.
So
you can play.
A little bit. I used to take a couple lessons maybe like 5 years ago.
Okay.
So I feel like my backswing, I feel like I know what to do. But
Yep.
we never really got to the downswing.
Okay.
I watched a lot of YouTube videos. Occasionally film myself and try. I think my problem is mostly like an early release.
Okay.
Just don't really have a good feel for how to use my legs.
Okay. Where'd you
I
take those lessons before?
With Larry Chen.
Sure. Yeah. Good. Okay.
And then in terms of when I'm feeling good, my timing's good, then
Yeah.
I feel like the feeling's like I'm mostly just snapping my wrist, not using my arms too much.
Okay.
Whereas I think when I want to really hit it, or I'm not thinking too much about it, I do a lot of like this.
Yep.
I feel like it leads to a lot of fat shots.
Okay.
Or like a real overdraw. I think other thing like my grip, I tend to like it really strong. I have to. It feels bad, but I try to force myself to be more neutral.
Okay. Show me your grip. Set up to a shot. Show me how you're doing
the irons, I feel pretty good. It's my driver. I feel like I always, my friends joke, I always take a divot off my practice swing.
Okay.
And then I don't really on my full swing. And I feel like I have to tee pretty high, and I always finish like.
Okay. All right.
Anyways, this is my 8.
And just give me an idea. What did you and Larry work on in your backswing? Like he's one of the guys that I definitely trust in the golf swing, so I'm happy he's the guy you went to see.
I used to have a problem with swaying back. Sometimes I still go to that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was mostly like on my back, feeling like there's pressure kind of on my the inside of the right foot.
Cool.
And honestly, at this point, it's kind of just like an issue.
Okay.
That was kind of the main thing that we were working. I probably took like 25 lessons.
Okay. That's a lot. Cool.
I was feeling good about that, but I mean, I haven't checked in with anyone in a long time.
Okay. Cool. All right. You're pretty fresh then.
That's my overdraw right there.
Yep. And a little thin, right?
Yeah.
Club didn't hit the ground too hard.
I felt pretty good about that one, but again, kind of fell back on it.
Okay.
Backswing doesn't look too bad, but there's some things that are kind of getting in the club, and your arms versus your body a little bit out of sync. Okay. So like early in your backswing, we don't have your arms deep enough behind. So what happens is that from here, you start to loop downward.
Yeah.
It goes up and then you loop down. So now as you start to approach the golf ball, you've got to really use your arms to get back into position.
Right.
And what happens is you'll end up standing up.
Okay.
So today what I'd like to do is focus a little bit on the backswing in terms of what your body is doing to make your arms go where we want them. Right? It's not gonna, we want to change the arms, the thinking of the arms. That's going to be the key. And then on the downswing stuff today, I want to try and get a feeling that you're actually moving your body to the target and not moving your arms to the target. Right? Again, we're going to make the arms do something different without talking about your arms.
Okay.
That's going to be the key. So let me kind of show you what I mean with all this stuff. I'll jump in here and talk.
Okay. So all good. This thing's awesome. The guy that made this gave me one when I caddied in the Canadian Open. Walked up on the green. He's like, "Here, you need to use this." I'm like, "Yes, I do. Thank you." Okay, so backswing stuff. As you start moving into the backswing, there's a lot of like, let's get the arms to do stuff, right? And I want you to feel as though the first thing that we're doing in the backswing is getting your body turned. You'll notice that look where the club goes. I'm not going to do anything to it, but if I just turn my body, look where the club ends up going. It's already deeper than where you were before, and we didn't even do anything to the arms yet. And then from here, as they go up, now when you lift them up that way, that gets your hands in a better spot, but it's going to change the club face. Some of the stuff that I'm seeing in your swing, you're reacting to what the club face is doing. And that club face gets a little bit too far out this way and closed down. So then as you get to the top, the club face gets a little closed. So in order to hit the ball well, you need to try and find a way to swing in to out because the club face is closed. Most golfers that swing out to in do so because the club face gets too open. And they're going to square it up by swinging across the golf ball. you do the opposite, right? And across the golf ball usually leads to steepness. If the club face is closed, you're going to start to stand up this way to try and help the club get more in behind you, and now it sweeps off the ground with the closed club face, right? We don't have the biggest divots here. So I want it to feel like the first thing we're doing is it's a big turn of the body, and make sure that when you look at this golf club that the grooves are straight up and down. So we're going to get the club face a little more open than where it was over here. So full turn, toe of the club up, and then from here, as you fold it up to the top of your swing, it's going to go into a different way. So it's like when we start working with our whole body, which has 6 degrees of freedom, right? 6 different ways that we can work, right? I can, like, just from my torso perspective, I can go down and up, right? I can go up and down, and I can go left and right, 6 different ways. And the way that you use your arms in the backswing, when they start going out like that, you might have the appropriate amount of wrist hinge. You might have the appropriate amount of arm roll and elbow bend. But if those happen a different way, we get the club into a different spot. So, like, let's just call this like angle A, angle B, angle C, right? And if all those angles are the right amount, it can still go wrong if we go like C first, then B, then A. You follow me with this? So it's an order of operation in order to get this into the spot we want it to, okay? So the first thing that we need to try and get to is to feel as though that as you turn, that there's no manipulation to this club, all right? It's just gonna go from here, we're gonna turn that way, and it's gonna get here, right? If we find that it's like that, you've done something to get there, so we have to feel like you do something to get here, okay? That's the first step with all this, right? There. Now, because this is more behind you this way, now you're going to be able to start moving your body first. But if the golf club is too far over here, you're going to start trying to do something with your arms to get it more from the inside or more behind you.
Otherwise, if I just rotated it,
Or you'd miss it. Right? You'd miss the ball. So we want to try and reorganize your backswing a little bit without messing too much with what the hands and forearms are doing to change the steering wheels, change the club face. So come on over and let me see something here. Set up to your shot. Okay, so first things first, make a full turn and stop about halfway back. Good, check the club face. Right, so we want to get it there. Start again. Full turn. Good stuff. Now keep going. Keep your eye on the ball. All right, so already we've got your hands further behind you. Right. Big step. Okay, so let's hit 5 shots feeling that takeaway. It might feel very deliberate to start. Yep. Good. Keep your eye on the ball as you do that. So take it halfway back. Show me what we're working on. How you're getting there. Halfway back and stop. Okay, hold it right there. So the first thing, yep. So one more time, set up again. It's going to feel like as you get back there, all your weight comes off that foot. So make a turn and turn more. Turn this more. Good. So I want this. You know, the tattoo that girls have right here. Okay, I need you to show me that early. If I'm standing here, that's the only thing I want to see early. There you go. Good. Eye on the ball. Do that one more time. Full lower back turn. And all your weight off your front foot. There. That's our backswing move. As you take it back, sometimes you stay a little bit flat-footed, which means that on the downswing, you're definitely going to fall backwards. We want to feel like we've moved all the way off the front foot, and we have to get to that front foot before the club gets to the ball. So part of this is going to be your weight transfer. Love it, yep. Okay, so same thing and hit it. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, so the next step to this is understanding a little bit about what the club is supposed to do. So stand right here for me, and I'm going to talk about this. So when we're trying to swing this club, right, like general term here, I want to feel as though that my speed to this golf club is only down. So when I take it up to the top here, I only want it to go down, right? But if we make it go down and then forward and then up again, that change in direction actually lags the club again. So like think of it like if like my arm speed is supposed to go down that way, right? So like straight down, like a highway, right? And if it takes the off ramp with the same speed, you'd crash your car, right? We need to feel like all of that starts to slow down as it starts to turn the corner. And that's what starts letting the club out and gets it long. So with this shot, I want it to feel as though that as you turn and then from there get the club up, that the only thing that you're doing with the arms is you're trying to put them down into the ground. All right. What makes the club get to the ball is our body turn, right? What makes the arms go up into a follow through is our stand up. So if I stood like this, right, and didn't really hold on to it, so to show you that I'm not manipulating this much, and I turn my body through and I stand up, see where it ends up? Okay. So the look of the finish position isn't getting here because I brought my arms there. The arms are getting there because I brought my body there. Right? So we want to try and feel like with this that it's full lower back turn, almost like both pockets on your shorts, right? Face over there, okay? And then from there, as the arms come down, I just want them to go down, right? They get over here because I've turned. So in my studio at home, my analogy to show people this is that I take a marker, I get on my whiteboard and I draw a line this way. And it's a straight line across the wall. And then from there, I'm going to put the same amount of energy into my finger this way, pushing down, and notice how it makes a different line. So I'm going like this, and when they connect, it creates the angle. So I've got my horizontal part being my body turn, and I've got my vertical part being my arms. But I don't want to make my arms also work the round and round like my body does, because that's where it's missing the ground. We've got too much arm speed or power from here past the golf ball, right? And I want to make it go down. So if I took it to the top of my swing and just did the proper arm motion, that's it right there. That's all I'm supposed to do. But as soon as I start turning my body like a quarter turn, oh, it went forward, right? And if I never dropped my arms until my body was done, now I'm over there. Right? So it's where the club hits the ground is all about the timing of the arms coming down, not forward, and definitely not up again. So we're going to go here with the big turn and feel like you're just going to put the club down into the ground and turn your body into the finish. So the follow through is going to feel a lot shorter for you today. Shorter, but also lower. Turn, lift, turn, drop. Okay? Already you can see some of those divots got deeper. Just straight down, yeah. So give me the full back turn. Okay, and I want you to feel like you're gonna slam the club into the ground right there. Drop it down. Yep. Good. You let go of your angles, you let go of all your arm bends. That's the release, right? So one more time. Crank it down. Good job. Okay, so now we want to feel that type of motion kind of timed up with your turn into your finish.
Should I feel like my hips are out?
Yeah? Yeah. Right? You swung your arms across your feet and then up again.
Okay.
So I think that the easiest way, like a lot of the stuff I told you is a little bit more of info rather than to-do list.
Yeah.
And I think that the to-do list is going to be turn this in order to get that further back. So turn this and then finish with the hands the lowest at your follow through. Because you get to a good follow through. Just keep the arms down. Don't let them lift up. That's okay. One more. Way better. One more time. Okay. Just gonna get a stick. Keep hitting. Keep working on this. Yeah. You can try. Never tried it before. Okay, so show me the backswing. Take it up to the top, hold it up there. Okay, awesome. Okay, and now feel like you start turning through. Good. Okay, and I need your body all the way up to this line right here and keep turning through. Turn through more and stand tall. There, notice where the arms finish. Short. So I could have this stick here and your club wouldn't get to it. All right, so, okay, let's hit that. Want to keep things short of this stick. So big turn back, big turn through. Better ground contact. All your arm energy goes into the divot, not past it. Oh, one more. You did something different for sure. I'm not moving it this time. So the deeper the divot, the more it slows the club down. So it doesn't have the speed to go all the way up. And that's where a lot of tour pros, like when they put them on the slow motion video, it looks so good going through the shot because they've stuffed the club into the ground and it slows it down as the body keeps turning. So that's what prevents the look of their flip. But they flip it hard into the ground. It just slows it down and makes it look like there's shaft lean. It's an optical illusion. Okay, one more. Focus on maybe a spot in front of the ball so that's the spot where you hit the ground. Decent. So our goal today is going to be basically trying to create a punch shot, right? Something where you leave your arms down low, you leave the club head in the divot, but you stand really tall this way to create some speed. But the more that you swing your arms past your feet, the more your body's going to say, hey, I need to sit down to brace for this crossing body power, right? Like imagine that we had to, if I had to chop this thing, right? And I took my axe back this way. It's hard to then change direction, right? So we want to feel as though that it's a full turn in order for us to chop down this way. And as we turn, it brings it back to the ball. But it's down, down, down. And anytime you feel like you've swung too far, you have to feel like you're trying to get the club to hit the ground further back here, right? Back that way. Because if I turn a whole bunch and try and put the club down into the ground, right, you can see here, I'm trying to put the club down there, but as I turn, it makes it look like a golf swing. So in order for us to create our swing plane, we need two off-plane motions. Follow me?
Should I feel like, so at the top now it's like mostly here.
Yeah.
Should I feel like I'm sitting into it or just plant the left?
Just plant the left. Don't worry about the sit. You do that fine. I didn't see that, sorry. I was trying to take a fiberglass splinter out of my hand there. Busted the stick. Lowest finish. Keep things down into the ground. Okay, so I'm going to count to 3. And once I've said 3, start your backswing and hit your shot. Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, come on over here and look. How you finding it?
I feel like I'm making divots still.
Okay.
But I think I feel like I'm more on my wrist than getting through. I don't know.
Okay,
I'm still working on it.
okay. Let me see a couple. Looks good, yeah.
I guess I wasn't sure like how low, but I'm trying to hold the finish lower.
I can see it. Yep. Okay. Can you make some practice swings for me? Let's go over here to do it though. All right, so I want you to set up with that line like right in between your stance, right in the middle of your feet. And I want the club to smash down into that line. I want you to take a great big divot, leave the club in the divot, like be aggressive, get the club into the ground. Way better. Another one?
I think I'm just afraid to hit it back.
Maybe, yeah, so we'll move the divot forward. So we want the club to hit the ground at the line or in front of it. Okay. Okay, so show me the backswing we worked on. Good. Yeah, and then hit the ground. Okay. All right, so one more time. Crank it up to the top of your backswing, same way we just talked about it. These are great divots, they're just too far back. So all the way up, okay, hold it there. Now, you need to get the butt of the club down and forward more. Good. And if it gets down and forward more, that's what's going to lead the club head to the ground. But it sounds kind of weird to say, but we have to understand that the club's a seesaw. It's a teeter-totter, right? If I try to get the club head down to the ground, then the handle stays too high and it never gets there. But if I need the club to dig into the ground, I need to bring the handle down lower. And so by the time the handle starts to rise up from a lower spot, it throws the club into the ground. So big early turn with the pivot and try and feel like your watch gets closer to the ground. Get it down there, like at knee level. Oh, okay, super heavy. Okay, one more time. Focus on that line. Let's get the club to hit as far forward as we can. Hey, great divot. Okay, one more time. Same thing, hold your finish. Hold it. Okay, one more. Be balanced with it. Freeze. Okay, so I like your body moves. All that's great. Arms have to be more this way. If your arms go that way too much, that pulls it out of the ground. Right? You've moved your arms over here, and that motion of pulling your arms to the left of your body pulls it out of the ground. Okay? So Mo Norman used to hit shots and point the club in his arms at the target. Right? I want something like that, where you feel like you've turned through and everything goes that way. Okay, again, you're good. Yeah, yeah. No, both are fine. One more time. Really look at way forward of that line. Move your feet up just a little this way. Yeah, okay, good. So take it up to the top, hold it up there. Okay, now bring the butt of the club all the way to my hand, nice and slow, all the way to my hand, forward, up. Okay, so we're gonna keep that up and forward, forward, forward. And now from here, because this has passed our divot point, now when this starts to rise, that starts to dump into the ground. So we need to get this part more forward and lower that way. That's the feeling. So one more time, crank it up, turn this way, turn for the backswing.
I guess the only thing I'm not sure about is like, if I'm trying to put it like this, I feel like I'm trying to cast it a bit earlier.
Yeah.
And it also feels weird to also then, because this feels like I'm doing it later.
Yeah, we need that one. So like when you are doing it with your arms, it is casting. It's just casting faster than you're turning. And so that's why it's hitting the ground. Yeah. So I want to feel like you're delaying that cast a little bit to give you time to turn. Hey, better. So the more we want the divot forward, the more the butt of the club has to go forward. And you can see that if I really want the butt of the club forward, I have to turn a lot to get there. So up to the top with some rotation, rotate, bringing the butt of the club down. And as I stand up, that's going to throw the club into the ground because if the handle rises, the head goes down. That was different. Yeah, another one. You're getting there, for sure. Yep. Nice. Hey, that's different. Good.
Yeah, the momentum is a bit better.
Cool, good. Let's keep working on it.
Do you want me to still hold it?
Yep, short finish for sure. Okay, one more time. Show me the backswing part. Let's just make sure we're mapping it out the right way. So just take it up to the top. Good. Okay, now where are you going from here?
So
transfer forward, handle forward. Okay, good. One more time. Take it up to the top. Okay, now feel like you're bumping into me to get forward. Good. And bring the handle down to here. There you go. Good. And then from here, just stand up. No more arm swing. Just stand up. That's it. Well done. Well done. Another one? Please. No, practice swing. Okay, pitch one. Hit one like 40 yards doing this. That was it. Yep. Okay, another one a little farther, a little faster. pitch one. Hit one like 40 yards doing this. Feet a touch closer together. Good. Okay, big turn, handle down, stand. Okay, so give me just the turn in the backswing. That's more square. Start again.
Am I doing this?
Yeah, it's just twist and closed. Might be a Larry thing. Good. So, full hinge, club head up. Notice where your wrist is. That's because you've got a strong grip, so that has to stay like that. Okay? So from there, one more time. Start again.
Is it better that I do that as opposed to just like...
Yeah.
So this...
Good. And now turn to get to the top. Big turn. Good. Handle down and stand. Yeah, it's like a lean to get the handle down. It's like almost like you're hip checking the target. And then from there, as you stand, that's what puts everything through.
Yeah, I just released it earlier.
Yeah, good shot. One more time. Okay. All right, one more time. Take it up to the top for me. Okay, so do our backswing part. So the arms working in because you're turning. Good, all the way up. Hold it there. Okay, now you have to feel like you move away from this club in the downswing. Yeah, good. And then push the butt of the club down and forward. Good, and now feel like you stand up from there. So sometimes when you're doing this, you're going from here and you're backing your head up like that. And when you back the head up, it makes this rise too early because it tilts the shoulders, right? And then from there,
So I really got to transition that weight into...
yeah, you have to dive your head more forward this way. Okay, so show me a practice swing. Turn, good. Yeah. Again. So turn to let the arms go in. Yeah, good. All the way up. Good. Good. So it's like left ear forward, left pinky finger down and forward. Hey, great divot. Good strike.
That felt better. Can I take one or two of my drivers?
Please, yeah,
So same exact swing?
you bet.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
Hit the ground. Okay.
Practice swing, not on the real thing.
Okay. So in your practice swing, put more emphasis in head forward, handle down forward. Then you typically hit it high?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. More head forward.
I was finding it hard to hit the driver unless I teed up like
Okay, I'm good with that. Okay. Okay, keep going. We'll find out based on what we've talked about today, what piece I can add in to help it go straighter. But first of all, I'm kind of looking for it going a touch on the lower side. That's my biggest thing. Because I think that, from a dynamic standpoint here, like when you back up this way, right, and this shoulder gets low and that shoulder gets high, that promotes hitting up on it a lot. So it's launching too high to get the right distance. Yes, I like it. It's not so much tee height. This is going to be a motion thing. You stick to your regular tee height.
So you get really more like this as opposed to.
Yeah, forward this way more. So I would just say right now it's going to be more head in front of the golf ball before you hit it. More forward. Anytime the ball goes to the right, you're too far behind it, which makes you swing out on it more. Tees? I got lots of tees. Yeah, let me grab some. There's one there. Yep. Okay. Ha 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 ha. Beautiful. What a great drive.
Yeah, I think balance is better there.
Okay. Okay, little revert back there. So set up to another shot. Let's tee it up and set it up. So the way that you move the club off the ball, if it's with your arms, then your body freezes up to support an arm motion. So I want it to feel your trigger off the ball is a big swivel of your whole torso, right? And what that's going to do is that's going to start bringing the arms more in and get them deeper behind you. But when you take it away with your arms and it goes back like that, like I can feel my core like flexing and squeezing up and preventing any turn. So feel like it's a big torso turn to help the arms go more in. Not club head more in, just the arms more in. There you go. And I bet it feels like it takes longer and it's slower to do. And then from there, both ears in front of the ball before you hit it. Decent ball right there. Good. Very solid. You hit it very solid.
Yeah, I think that's helpful because I've never been able to figure out why I always have to finish like this.
Yeah.
But it makes a lot of sense. Just to...
And you finish that way because from when you start to take your arms out, this loopy thing pushes you back, and it pushes you back this way. Gentle and big turn off the ball.
Yeah, I didn't really put the weight in it.
Yep. That's awesome. Great move. I like it. So what I'd like to work on after you've hit some more drivers, okay, is with your 52. Stand over here by the yellow thing so you can kind of see. I want it to feel as though that what you're doing is you're moving the club away with a big turn this way to help the club go to the inside. And then from there, you feel as though that you get in front of the ball and finish almost this way. See how I'm bent forward, not bent back? I think that if we talked about the bend back, you'd find it too early. So I feel as though that I'm trying to get my stomach over my pockets at the finish. So a big turn and through. And if I can finish more like this, that's going to pump the head forward, right? Like if my tailbone goes back, my head goes forward. Now they're seesaw, right? My tailbone goes forward, my head goes back. So it's almost going to be like you're trying to put your stomach into your pockets and just chip balls like that. They don't have to go far. I'm just trying to get you to create that feeling of being really far in front of the ball. And you can see we're going to take some divots with that. Okay, so after you fit some of that, then get to the 52. So turn, yep. You're trying to get your ribs on this stick. Good. Start again. So make that happen earlier. Terrific. Okay, come take a look. Hey, really good. Nice move. Yeah. It's still got a little bit of a divot, right? It's like, it's still getting down there a bit. But I think that there's something that, in your progression for how you're practicing, and, I'm assuming that you did lessons with Larry off a mat.
Yeah, it was almost all this and that.
Right, so it's hard to actually hit the ground with that. You want to pull up and pick it clean. So I think that trying to find a range like, I don't know, the Markham Dome or something out there that's got grass, you want to start getting comfortable with letting that club drive into the ground, right? That'll be a big one. But I think that for right now, being able to get this left tilt brings your arms in and it keeps you lower, right? But if I don't get that and I just turn, that's what's making things go too far from the ground. And then your weight gets forward, which puts your head forward, and then finish like that, and then finish through it. Yeah. But the driver's been really good today. I like what I saw.